York Region did bring in a mandatory face mask policy this week. And joining us live now for more on that situation is Vaughan Mayor Bevilacqua. Good morning.
Good morning, Kayla.
All right, so how is the continuation of stage 2 going for the residents in Vaughan, as well as this new mask mandate?
We are progressing quite well. I'm very proud of the citizens of Vaughan. I think they've been exceptional citizens throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. We're dealing with it in a very responsible way. And I do think that we need to focus on the long term. We need to focus on getting ready to enter stage 3. And obviously, we also need to look beyond that. And by that, I mean the potential second wave of COVID-19 in the fall. This is, and I keep repeating this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And I appeal to the common sense as well. I think that governments have played a very important role in setting up the framework of how we deal with COVID-19. But I bet on people. I am a big believer in people. I think that people have demonstrated throughout COVID-19 that they care for each other and one another. There are the odd individuals who may not be following the rules. But overall, it's been an experience where we have witnessed the best what humanity has to offer here in the city of Vaughan. We've pulled together. We've done all that we can to reduce the numbers, and I'm very proud of the fact that the numbers are going down. But I'm very cautious. I think that psychology plays a big part in dealing with COVID-19. There's a sense that as soon as you start talking about stage 3, people think of the entire reopening and that things are back to normal. They are not. We still don't have a vaccine for COVID-19. Having said that, when we look at human history, we've been challenged by many things throughout. I was talking this morning to my mother, by the way, Philomena, who's turning 84, and she was telling me that, she faced and her generation faced all sorts of challenges during these 84 years of life, and that she believes that we're going to come out of this, and she's very hopeful.
And Mayor, what is your take on the first weekend now with the mandatory mask mandate in place? Is your plan to more so police it? Is it to educate people? Of course, there's a bit of a learning curve with all of this.
Habit formation takes approximately 30 to 40 days, as we all know. We're within that period right now. The idea is really to educate people to understand that we can reduce the transmission of COVID-19 by wearing a mask. And you also appeal to the better sense, the common sense, the intelligence of people as well. Obviously, enforcement comes into play if people are defiant. But I do think that people here in the city of Vaughan are people that care about each other, and they understand the benefits of wearing a mask. And so for me, what I've witnessed thus far has been a group of citizens that have been exceptional throughout COVID-19. And I continue to be impressed by their commitment to be there for each other. We're very fortunate that we still continue to build a $1.8 billion hospital here in the city. Our economic growth employment numbers at 5.6% pre-COVID. Our building permits have gone up 70% over the past 3 years, and so there are many reasons to be optimistic. But there's no question about the fact that the war against COVID-19 is far from over.
Certainly, and as you mentioned, it's a marathon and not a sprint. We have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time, Mayor.
Thank you so much, and be safe.
You too. That's Vaughan.